Aries, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. If you would like to know how you're going to get through this week without wanting to absolutely rip somebody apart, take a listen. This message is for you. This message will call to you when you're ready to hear it. That's why there is no dates on these readings. The astrology that we're going to go through will let you know when and how the energy began. And I, through the cards and channeled messages, will tell you how to handle this energy and make the most of it. So what's happening with the astrology for you guys right now? Well, Aries, there's still that beautiful trine to Saturn, which I think is putting you in the modality of let's get things done. Down to business, productivity, exceptional stamina in being able to work things out and figure things out. And one of the best aspects that you could have when it comes to your life and making it function and making it work. The real clash this week, therefore, is everybody else. I know, man. Tell me that you haven't had a week like that before. So Mars, a couple of days into this week, is going to be square to Neptune and square to Mercury, which is still in retrograde. And Neptune and Mercury are in opposition to each other. So that's a whole shit show in and of itself. Okay? But the fact that Mars is now dead center of this craziness, expect that you will be almost feel like you are being thrown into somebody else's lunacy. Like, yeah. It'll almost feel like, am I actually seeing what did you just say you will feel this week like you have been thrown into somebody else's lunacy, only it's like everybody else or most people, and you're like, am I the only sane one in this room? Probably, because of that stabilizing energy that Saturnian energy is having on you right now. It's really helping you to be pragmatic. It's really helping you to be practical. It's really helping you to stay focused when many other people, not everybody, but many other people are extremely distracted. That's what Neptune does to Mercury, and Mercury is in retrograde anyway. So it's already all this craziness, right? This craziness of why aren't things functioning? Why aren't people listening? Why didn't the communications go through? Why is everybody misinterpreting what I said? I mean, Mercury retrograde ends up affecting us all, right? Or why are things happening so slowly? Why are things taking so long? Why are people not responding right away, right? All of those things, yes, but because Mars is square to that, it's going to cause you particular challenges this week that are going to cause you a great deal of frustration. Once again, when it comes to all the Mercury retrograde stuff, I'm going to say humor, laugh. Even if it's just humor that makes you laugh, you don't even have to share it with anybody else. Find a way in your day to relieve your stress by just snickering. Maybe at people behind their back, I'll judge you, or just at the situation in general. And yes, if you're really funny naturally, you can use humor very well in this situation to sort of relieve the tension for everybody. And actually, laughter might be the only thing that will contradict or break through the lunacy that is Mars energy squared Neptune. This is just a sense of completely, almost like taking action based on delusions, or you can find yourself getting physically ill, especially like mucusy and stuff. That could also become a challenge for you. Now, remember, squares are challenges. They're not like things that are going to end your life. They're actually designed to make you stronger. And that's why I'm saying some strategies that I've learned. This is a sense of, for the whole, if there's mucus and stuff, the hot tea, the lemon, the turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger all mixed together, drink it as a tea. That'll help take swelling down. Meditation and grounding will help to take toxic energy out of your body. Hot baths, salt baths, that'll help take the swelling away and take toxins away. And if you're really sick, of course, please consult your physician, because I am not one, right? But then for that Mercury, that square to Mercury retrograde, guys, I mean, humor. It's the only way. It's the only way, because you're going to be so stressed out if you don't laugh. And laughter will immediately alleviate that stress. Now, let's get into the cards, because we already have some cards on the table. Life is a mystery. This card is a blind spot for me. It's legitimately like, we don't want to tell you. It's a sense of, why is this happening? You don't know. There's a big old question mark in your life right now, and I think it's because you don't understand why the heck people are acting like this. It's almost like you feel like you're in a fog because everybody else is acting completely natural, that they're in a fog. You know, not like, oh, nothing's happening. No, it most certainly is happening. So it is kind of mysterious to you, and if you could be objective and just sort of watch it happen instead of take it personally, that will help you a lot. Then we have be peace. This is a beautiful week. This is what it's telling me. That's something that you did not understand, especially with that retrograde information coming in. There's just this sense this week, Aries, that you will be able to make peace without, happy birthday, Doug Denny. You'll be able to make peace with not knowing. You'll be able to make peace with something that you never completely understood. You'll be able to find balance in celebration of Libra season. You'll be able to find balance. It also could be that because you are the natural opposite to Libra, it's very difficult for you to find balance. You know, it's very difficult for you to find any kind of moderation, but there is a sense of this week you being able to learn how to find and make peace with what doesn't completely make sense to you. And that, if that's what those squares are teaching you, is an exceptional lesson that is going to last your entire life and change your perspective. So thank you, God, right? Thank you, universe. This is what we study spirituality for. Overcome any obstacle. What did I say? I didn't even read this card. That is so cute. Overcome any obstacle means that if you learn this week, this is the big lesson. If you learn how to accept that some things you're not supposed to understand, how to find balance with the unknown, with the question mark, how to find balance. Because remember, if you know how to balance yourself, then it's almost like a tightrope walker. They're masters at understanding where their center of balance is. That's why people can throw things at them and they can immediately adjust. Because it's not about, oh, somebody just throw me a 100-pound weight. It's about, I know where my weight is at all times, so I can immediately incorporate this weight into mine, and I can find a way to balance it. It's not going to throw me off. As long as you accept the variable, as long as you accept the unknown and focus on how balance feels, you will always be able to find it. Eye-opening and absolutely life-changing. Let's go into, I want to pick a moon card because we just had a beautiful, what are you guys up to, dude? Leave the comments below. I love to know. Even if I don't respond, I'm going to read them. So if you feel like sharing, I'm listening. Bring love into the situation. This is flabbergasting. You want to know why? Because the card that I had just, it brought me to a dead halt. A new romantic cycle begins. Now, as a part of a general energy reading, romance doesn't directly point to sex and relationships. It points to an ideal situation, an idyllic situation. What concerns me a little bit is that the scales are on their sides. So that's not exactly balanced, right? But it does tell me sort of your emotional construct. This is one of those things that sort of sweeps you off your feet. It knocks you on your ass. And as you're stabilizing and you feel real good, toward the end of the week or a little bit into the next week, there is this sense of something coming and just like pulling the rug out from under you, but not in a bad way. You know, in one of those crazy la la land ways. You may be really practical and not knowing what the hell somebody is feeling or thinking this week, but next week or into the end of this week, it's going to hit you like that ton of bricks, and you better have your balance or it's going to knock you off your feet. Once again, this isn't really a red flag so much as it is, it's I don't know, it's kind of silly, to be honest with you. That's what it feels like. It feels kind of silly. It feels like I go from one week having it all together and then somebody knocks me on my ass and I'm acting like a fucking middle schooler again because something has happened. So we're going to get into it, but something has happened that kind of sweeps you off your feet. Bring love into the situation, then falling out afterward is a little bit incredible. So there is a sense of maybe a friend becoming a lover or being very popular. Maybe this is a sense of you're just starting to become more social. You're starting to open up. This is a suggested good time to start opening up, not to make any major commitments, but just to see, just to dip your toe in, just to play. The sense of humor is going to help you here too, especially if you're going into dating. And then we have, but then we end up with a new romantic cycle begins. So whatever is happening this week, we have another meditate and contemplate. So it's like this expansive, broadening, trying things new, allowing like new concepts or sort of radical concepts into your life, like testing the waters, and not being influenced by the crowd, but kind of like joining in the community, joining in the spirit. There's sort of like this you may start out as really structured thinking, what the hell what is wrong with people, but then all of a sudden it's like it sucks you in. Something sucks you in. So let's review for a second, because this is now starting to come together a little bit. In which case I would say that it's almost like something starts out as, why are you behaving this way to me? I don't understand what is up with you. And then eventually, by the end of this week, it ends up you being completely floppy-minded in the same way. So I don't know who this is you're meeting. I don't know who this is that's walking into your life. I will try to find those answers for you. But there really does seem to be like, or maybe it's a group, you know, this thing of like, when you start a new job and you feel like you almost like entered a cult, and don't ever enter one of those, but you kind of feel like, what is everybody so like what are they high? What are they doing? But it's almost like you're going to be swept away by it soon enough. You're going to figure out and learn how to see almost with the same eyes that they're what looks to you from the outside like craziness. You're going to figure out what it is, or you're going to start experiencing. It can overtake you a bit. Who is this person? Is this a person? Is this a person? Who is it? So this is husband or wife, spouse, family member, something to do with family. This is healing. You're helping bringing balance into a situation because some other people are really off. And if it's your family, you are the structure and you are the backbone. I know the tone just changed, but as soon as that came out, I realized that it's like you are helping to heal your family, because even though they are in a point or in a fog where they can't see straight, you can. And it's you reaching in and not getting lost, but suddenly understanding what's going on, that is able to reach in and pull them through and back to a place of stability, back to a place of happiness, back to a place of, hey, look, we're all together. I'm still loved. I'm still here. You're not alone. Definitely. Now, short answer is you could be dealing with an Aquarius. But to be totally honest with you, Aries usually don't deal with Aquarius. I don't know why, but I do know why, but we're not going to get into it. But I would love to know why you think why. No, seriously, leave the comments and think, why do you think there's not so much chemistry there? But what I'm saying is, look at these two cards together. This is abundance and happiness, wishes come true, fulfillment, really feeling content. I don't know what angle you guys are coming out at this for. The way that I first described it or the second way I described it. It could be that there are two different groups of you, but there is a sense of wishes coming true, happiness and satisfaction after a period of not knowing what the fuck was happening and not knowing what the fuck was going on and not being able to understand. And the similarity between them both is that you accept that you don't have to understand. You accept that it doesn't have to make sense to you. And in that acceptance, it's almost like you keep your sanity while reaching and helping somebody else come through for yours, or somebody is doing this for you. You are starting to see and understand their perspective without losing yours. And that is really love. That is real connection. That is real. You just leveled the fuck up. You aimed higher. There's a spiritual connection. And bada bing, bada boom. You might actually, if you are single, you might actually meet somebody this week that ends up becoming family to you. Somebody who was a total mystery. So somebody who just made no sense to you at all. And you thought they were a freak. You thought they were crazy. But really now I think the two of you are, by the end of this week, starting to be able to comprehend or understand each other, or you are helping to heal somebody that you love. And in doing that, this week, the good, happy news for you is that it'll be the first week that you start to see them smile again. It'll be the first week that you start to see them have hope. It's like you're bringing hope. There's hope. There's hope that's coming back into your life with regards to relationships and family. And yes, this can include having children. A new romantic cycle begins moving into the future. So this is just something opening up, starting. Ooh. Which direction are we going? Well, what part of Aries' life are we talking about? That really, since this is an energy reading, this is a sense of, I would say, more Aquarius. What fucking Aquarius are you fucking with? Or you're helping your community. It's not just about you and your family. You're getting out there and you're trying to solve problems or solve issues or realize that your community needs help. And you're trying to spread awareness. Like give love, bring love into the situation. Now this could also be a suggestion straight from the card saying, if you want help focusing and finding balance in this crazy conundrum you're finding yourself in this week, then go help people. Get involved in charity. Just do something, give for the sake of how wonderful it feels when you give and how positively it impacts other people. Like that's what it's saying to you. Open yourself up to just receive the joy that is connecting, helping, and sharing with others. But you are definitely doing something that's primarily for somebody else because you know you can help. You know you can assist the situation. A new romantic cycle approaches. Maybe I'm wrong, dude. Maybe there is an Aquarius up in here. Triumph and success. You've finally broken through to somebody that was suffering in silence and needed some time to think and contemplate. Everything falls out now. Everything. You have finally broken through to either how you were suffering in silence or how somebody that you loved was suffering in silence. You finally realized, and this is the thing, this is the big mystery. Why has somebody been withdrawn? Or why were they confused? Or why were they in a daze? They were hurting. they were suffering. You're starting to realize, A, that they were suffering, and B, how they were suffering, why they were suffering. Rest and rejuvenate. Somebody needed some time to just recoup and allow themselves to just be for a while. This might be the first time that you hear from somebody in a long time because they had to heal. They had to restore themselves. Or it could be you, right? I said in the beginning of the reading that this could bring sort of medical issues. You could be sick or phlegmy. Maybe for the first time in a long time, you're starting to realize, first time it's you. You can actually go out and start to enjoy people again and be social again. This could also have to do with a little bit with the pandemic. This sense of realizing how much the pandemic actually did hurt people, the suffering that it caused them, the isolation. You actually just need time to recoup from that. Material and spiritual prosperity and awareness. I want to go deeper into these cards. Let's go to the extended. I'm gonna dig deep. And find a little bit about more specifics. Can you please tell me? Let's go. I will see you guys in the extended. The link is below. Oh, brief interruption. For those of you who are an Unbound member and who have been watching the extendeds through the Unbound membership, this is the last week of the Unbound membership. You don't have to do anything. The membership will be canceled by itself and you should not be billed after this. But I would always check because you know those automated things. You know what I'm saying. Now, Vimeo exists. It's always existed. The same ways that you used to buy videos or rent videos is how you're going to rent them. The link below is the Vimeo link. On Vimeo, I am setting up a subscription option. If you would like to subscribe like you do over here and get unlimited access to all of the extended readings, you can go and do it over there. You'll have unlimited access to every single one of the extended readings. Now, Vimeo is a much more secure site. It's a much more private site, and I think it's a hell of a lot harder for people to steal videos over there. I was having some issues over here along with everything else, and so it's going to help a great deal by being over there, but you will still have the subscription opportunity over there. Now, I hope you are still looking forward to following me over to the extended reading. I'll see you guys there.